All right, Shalom. This is the brother Tazabah from the GMS Atlanta camp. I want to start off by giving our glory, infinite praises unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, and Kakodash. That will understand my apostles and the elders at Great Millstone and teaching that rule well. Salutations unto the Akim throughout the four corners that are putting their life on the line. We can't even count. And salutations to the few women and children that subscribe to this truth and faith and sincerity, all charity and subjection, because that's key. I just wanted to come real quick, Lord willing, this lesson is edifying. Just give a quick exhortation and a quick realization, because people are in the spirit of, being optimistic. Well, I know bad things happen, but it won't happen to me. Or that's just that person. I just got to do this, or I got to do that to avoid that. Hey, man, we're all in the hands of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. And seeing that the times that we're in, looking at the weather itself, looking at the economy, you can see that these are unfavorable conditions. All right. And in these being unfavorable conditions, these unfavorable conditions separate the strong from the weak, the chosen from the unworthy. All right. And then you're going to catch a lot of jakes in this truth that, they're going to swear up and down the Lord called them to do the work. They're going to call themselves a prophet. They're going to call themselves a teacher. They're going to heap honor unto themselves. But in the end, the proof is in the pudding. You see, we had a lot of great guys that claimed there was something like, I'm big into boxing. So you got this guy, Adrian Bronner. He was called the next heir apparent to Floyd Mayweather. Hey, we sat back and we watched this guy and look at his career. He ain't nowhere near. You see? So, with that understanding, we got a lot of guys that say that they in the truth, that they love Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, that they're for the sheep of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, and they're just for the furtherance of the kingdom. But their actions show otherwise, man. It's 11 degrees outside today, man. It's 30 degrees somewhere else. It's negative in other places, and this is throughout America, because it's a cold front. It's a winter cold front that has swept America, man. All right. So in it, I entitled this lesson, "What Should We Find You?" Because the Lord said that we're supposed to be instant, in season, out of season. Matter of fact, I'm gonna get that, but it's another precept. Because the Lord said that we should see our teachers. And us going from taking the blueprint from the apostles and the elders, we know that rain, sleet, sunshine, snow, monsoon, death to know. Until the Lord tell us to come up off that block, hey, we standing there, man. We posted, So I'll go here first and foremost. This is Isaiah 30 and 20. And though Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua give you the bread of adversity, and what is that adversity? People not believing, people talking shit, people trying to threaten your lives. It may be rain, it may be cold weather, it may be the cold air, it may be the wind, it may be the heat. So the Lord give you the bread of adversity. You may have to sit in traffic, fighting 2 hours worth of traffic just to be able to do 30 minutes of the work. And the water of affliction, yet shall not thy teachers be removed into a corner anymore, but thy eyes shall see thy teachers. So this ain't the time of the prophets being put to death. This ain't for the time of the prophets to just give up and quit and say it's too hot or it's too cold or it's too wet. They're going to be out there, man. You should see your teachers. Why? Because they're moved by faith. They're moved by fear of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua that causes us to go out. Because the same Lord that got me in the hood, the same Lord that got LeBron in that mansion, it's the same Lord that's bringing this coldness. It's the same Lord that's bringing that heat. Yo, so me doing the will and the work of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, why wouldn't he be on my side, man? Why would he allow these adversarial things to be within my favor, or him to show favor unto me in those moments, man? because we're doing the bidding of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. And I started that first precept off just to go to this, and this is the point. This is Proverbs, Salakia. This is 2 Timothy chapter 4, verse 2. It says, preach the word. What is the word? The knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of these scriptures. That's the word. Preach the word. Be instant, in season, out of season. So let's go real quick. I don't want this lesson to be too long-winded. Let's go into in season. All right. Be instant, Salah. It says to be instant is to stand by, be present. Use especially of persons coming upon one suddenly. So at any given time, you could walk, you could be passing through the city driving your car, you're gonna see the prophet. You could have been doing whatever you was intending to do to go into the city for. In every instant, you can find the prophets, man. If it's raining, we out there with umbrellas. If it's hella hot, Jake got pants on, Jake got a shirt on, and Jake teaching the word with hella bottles of water. If it's windy, we got jackets, man. Shit, if it was flooding, we would have boats. If the Lord deemed it as such, man. Instant, in season, out of season, no matter what. So it's 11 degrees outside. See how many Israelites camps you will find out there today, man. And I promise you, the abundance of men that you shall find out today shall be of GMS, man. Not to say that all men that come out of GMS will be righteous, but majority of the true men are within GMS. You're going to have other guys come out of these groups, but what? You secretly follow the true men of the Lord, which are of GMS, man. Great millstone. So it says to stand by, be present, to be at hand, be ready of time. What good is a car if I stick the key in and it don't crank up? What good is a stove if I put the a pot of water on and it doesn't boil? What good is these things, man? That's the same thing. What good is a prophet if he ain't out there when you need him? Because the Lord defends us, man. Not me, myself, and neither Esau, but Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. All right? So it's to be present. I go here. Romans 12:1. I beseech you, or look up the word beseech. I beg you. I beg you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua, that ye present your bodies a living sacrifice. So what? You put your body up to the burning. You put your body up as an offer. That burning may come, hey, just like dry ice. Dry ice burns, man. This cold air out here today is gonna burn our fucking skin, but we ain't tripping. We're gonna layer up and we're gonna move in the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, man. You see? He's gonna give us that spiritual antifreeze. We ain't gonna stall like the rest of you guys out here, man. Because there's a lot of these individuals, and I've seen some guys that was following tried and refried. You see? Who am I supposed to follow? GMS, bro. You supposed to follow the true men of the Lord. And the Lord ain't gave you that sight, man, you finished. You see? These guys have quit. Whether you're in the north or the south, we out here in this brick cold because it's cold as hell to us Southerners too, man. You see? But we do it all based off of what? I continue. Romans 12:1. I beseech you, or I beg you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of Yahweh, because he could have raised up rocks. He could have killed us, man. He could have had Esau murk us, knock us off in 70 AD. Better yet, during the time of the Greeks. Yeah. Hey, during America's inception, he could have wiped us out, man. But by the mercies of Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua, that ye present your bodies a living sacrifice. That's by going to the highways and byways, putting yourself before men. Holy, acceptable unto Yahweh. And what is holy? To be separate. And that separation is what makes us better than 2/3. Lord willing, we be of that number. All right. it says, holy, acceptable unto Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, which is your reasonable service. This is like, with everything the Lord did for you, the least you could do is go teach his word and tell them that you're an Israelite. It's like, the reason that you in power is because of him, which is a reasonable service. But how many Jakes would say right now, it's below 32 degrees, I'm not going out today. It's too cold. The ice, the roads are too icy. The Lord will give you a path, man. You don't be over righteous, be not righteous over much. Why should thou destroy thyself before thy time? Roughly paraphrase. No? But I go here, Romans 8 and 35. Who should separate us from the love of Hamashiach? Shall tribulation or distress or persecution or famine or nakedness or peril or sword? So all of these things are meant to destroy and to hinder you, to separate you. These are devices to separate you from Yahweh Shai. So we're going to let the coldness separate us today, man? Are we going to let the lack of coats? Hey, call a brother. Hey, man, I got 2 coats. I need an extra. These 2 coats ain't enough. Go get it, man. But go do the work. You got to go do the work today, man. All right? So who should separate us, Romans 8 and 35? Who should separate us from the love of Hamashiach? Well, who's going to separate us from Yahweh Shai? Because the bishop and I hear the Bishop Bataza one always say out here in Atlanta, yo, but you're not willing to sacrifice today, you're sacrificing that day, man. So if you ain't willing to deal with the cold, shit, your Lord gonna have you in the cold in that day. Oh, I don't want my baby to be without me. I don't want my baby to miss me. Well, the Lord gonna take your baby. I gotta go get this money, boy. I gotta go get it. I gotta grind, man. Yeah, the Lord gonna starve you in that day. All because you made your sacrifices. You sacrificed for what was most important to you. But for us on this side, we sacrifice. I'm gonna go out in this cold. Other men are gonna go out in this cold. We're gonna take the names. We're gonna take the weird look, and we're gonna deal with the burning of skin. We're gonna deal with the ailment of the body. All according to presenting our bodies as a living sacrifice, hoping that we shall be received in Yahweh Shai, bro. You see? So nothing should separate us, man. Nothing. Because if these things to separate you, you don't really believe. Because Lord willing, hey, we down this, man. I'm willing to live on this, but I'm damn sure willing to die on it as well, man. But I much rather live. All right. This is Matthew chapter 5, verse 15. Matter of fact, I'll go to Luke. It's like Luke 11 and 33. No man, when he hath lighted a candle or lit a candle, put it in a secret place. That's just like me having a candle and then I hide it up under a bed or I hide it up under a table. No, we don't do that. Neither under a bushel, but a candlestick that they which come in may see the light. And that's what we're supposed to do. Whether it's raining, whether it's snowing, whether it's hot, whether it's flood, we supposed to keep this candle lit, man. We supposed to stay on fire for the Lord, you know? And there's many ways in which the Lord to keep that fire lit, but you ask for the continual fire. You ask for the continual place that your light may be lit, that others may see it, man. No matter what it may be. Some are gonna be in a pleasant place, others are gonna be in unsavory places. But at the end of the day, you're toting the light of Yahweh Shai, and therefore we shall have respect unto the Most High. Man. All right. All right. 1 John 5 and 3. For this is the love of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, that we keep his commandments. And what are the Lord's commandments? That we what? That we go onto the highways and byways. All right, and be it all, whether they hear or forbear, bid them to the marriage. And do what? We're supposed to stand in season and out of season. So how many people are going to stand in this cold today, man? And for you, whether you be a listener or a prophet, Will you stand today? What should we find you? Will you be in the house sipping hot cocoa, hot chocolate with the family? Or will you be out there in the trenches, man, with the men of the Lord? It's your choice. All right. But we know that this is a commandment, because what did he say to Peter? If you love me, feed my sheep. He asked him 3 times. If you love me, feed my sheep. So obviously we're supposed to feed the sheep of the Lord. And how else do we do it? By going unto the chief places of concourse, man. Doing the commandments. And it says that his commandments are not grievous, 1 John 5:3. All right. Yeah. Go here. This is John 15:16. Because remember this joy that you had when you first got this truth. Ye have not chosen me, but I have chosen you and ordained you that ye should go forth and bring fruit, and that your fruit shall remain, that whatsoever ye shall ask of the Father Yahweh in my name, he may give it you. So remember, you was at a point to die before this truth, man. And the Lord did what for you? The Lord gave you life. And in the Lord giving you life, who are you? The Lord chose you. He didn't choose him. Because you was happy to be a nigga before the Lord caused you to go through what you went through, that caused you to inquire the Lord, then he gave you to understand. Because shit wasn't, now you didn't have the red carpet. You didn't have the red carpet before you came into this truth. So, hey, miss me with that, man. You wasn't Kobe or LeBron in society. You miss me with that. Miss you how about Shimmy, I was shy with that. But so remember, you was at a point to die and the Lord chose you. So who are you to tell him it's too cold? Who are you to tell him it's too hot? Who are you to tell him it's too many cars out here for me to get to camp? Who are you to say I ain't got enough gas? Ask for it. It says that whatsoever ye shall ask of the Father in my name, through the faith of Yahweh Shemi Abashah, he may give it you. You see? So there's no reason that you shouldn't be out here in this brick cold. It's cold as a brick out there today, man. But we gonna be out there. We outside. This I'm gonna finish off. Zephaniah 1 and 12. And it should come to pass at that time that I will search Jerusalem. So you Israelites, you so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, and Seminole Indian, that I will search Jerusalem with candles. And what is that? The understanding. I'm gonna test these motherfuckers and see who really got understanding. Because if you ain't got understanding, what you're gonna be found wanting, deficient, gonna die. And it says, and punish the men that are settled on their leaves. Those are the jakes that's like, it's too cold. You believe in the Lord, you're a prophet, but it's too cold. You believe in the Lord, you're a prophet, it's too many calls. You believe in the Lord, you're a prophet, but it's too hot. You believe in the Lord and you're a prophet, but I just had a kid. I need to be around. Yo, and punish the men that are settled on their leaves. When you look at liquor, you look at any fruit, any organic fruit drink, when you blend fruits, you're gonna have the sediment. You're gonna have the sediment sit at the bottom, you're gonna have the lesser rise to the top, you know, the leaves that are settled on their leaves. That's why you gotta shake certain bottles, because the essence is at the bottom. And it says, and punish the men that are settled on their leaves, that say in their heart, which goes back to the Hebrew, la'ad, which means your mind, the Lord, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh will not do good, neither will he do evil. So the people think that the world shall continue as it was, man, and it'll correct itself. Yeah, it's going to correct itself, but it's going to be corrected by the spirit of Yahweh Shah. He's going to turn everything right side up. So where should you be found on the side of it? Because today, if you're out doing the work of Yahweh Shem Yahweh, you're reaching to be right side up. You're reaching to be balanced. You're reaching to be worthy in the sight of Yahweh. But if you make any excuses or anything separate you from the love of Yahweh, that obedience, which is your reasonable service, which is not grievous, hell, man, you need to examine yourself. But That's all I had through the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah, Lord willing this lesson is edifying. I want to end out by giving all glory and the praises up to Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shah by Hashem Kakwadash. Understand my apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Next time, Shalom.